For hundreds in Middle Tennessee, they're going back to work.
First, fast, accurate. News 2 at 10 starts now with a developing story.
Good evening. We do begin tonight with a developing story out of Rutherford County.
A small plane has crashed near the community of Rockvale. News 2 has confirmed tonight one person is dead. The passenger aircraft crashed, then exploded on Windrow Road just off Highway 99. News 2's Allison Hatcher is there live on the phone. Allison, what can you tell us?
Well, Brent, the plane crash happened about a half mile from where we're standing now on South Windrow Road in Rutherford County. It's an area that's about 15 miles south of Murfreesboro, a very rural area. Deputies tell us that this all happened around 7 o'clock tonight when the small single-engine plane crashed and then exploded in a field here. And according to Rutherford County deputies, they tell us that 3 people were inside that plane. Now, the latest information we have tonight is that one of those people did not make it, so this was a fatal plane crash tonight. All 3 people were immediately taken to the hospital with what we're told is burn injuries. Witnesses on the scene here tell us that they saw 2 children and 1 adult. Again, Rutherford County deputies not saying much about the condition of the victims or names, but that's what witnesses here on the scene tell us. Deputies have been here since around 7 o'clock p.m., and when they first arrived, we're told it took them a while to actually get to the plane because of the heat from the flames. Now, at this hour, they've got their scene pretty much wrapped up. They're still here with a command where they say that the roads that they had blocked earlier have now been opened. They tell us there were no evacuations tonight and don't plan to have any. But the big question tonight is what went wrong and what was the cause of this plane crash. That's a question yet to be answered. We're told that an investigation is ongoing. Come Monday morning, NTSB officials and FAA officials will be here to begin an investigation. Now, at this hour, here's the latest what we know. Fatal plane crash in Rutherford County. 3 people involved, 1 fatality. Again, witnesses tell us that those 3 people involved 2 children and 1 adult. At the very least, a very scary evening for a lot of folks out here in Rutherford County, especially those who are concerned about the 3 people involved in this plane crash in Rutherford County. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Allison Hatcher live via telephone from Rutherford County at this fatal plane crash. We will, of course, continue to follow the situation and have much more for you tomorrow on News 2 this morning.
Thanks, Allison. Well, a Dixon man is at Vanderbilt Medical Center tonight with burns over 75% of his body after being doused with gasoline. 28-year-old Jeffrey Doss is suffering 2nd and 3rd degree.
Now from here in this neighboring field. Now investigators say that a 5-year-old girl who was on board that plane is now dead. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Now her 9-year-old brother and the pilot were both life-flighted to Vanderbilt with severe burns. A neighborhood teenager riding on his 4-wheeler witnessed the crash. Now, an eyewitness who was here at the scene, who was also a good friend of the pilot, told me that he got to the pilot's side at the scene of the crash, and the pilot told him that he didn't care whether he lived or died. He said, just let me die and let the children live. But again, the 5-year-old girl who was on board is dead. Her 9-year-old brother has severe burns, and the pilot has severe burns as well. They're both life-flighted to Vanderbilt. Now, the NTSB and other federal investigators will be here on the scene once daylight hits, but they said they can't work in the dark, so we'll have to wait and see to find out more details about this crash. I'm Susan Harding reporting live, Channel 4 News.
Susan, we're having a little trouble with your signal, so I want to help our viewers out a little bit. A 50-year-old man was giving rides to neighborhood children, I believe is what you said. And do you know where they took off from?
It was from a private airstrip, and they tell me that it appears to be the private airstrip that the pilot owned. He owned 2 planes, and he was taking off with one of them. But we don't know yet if it was on the takeoff or during landing or mid-flight. We don't know those details at this point.
Taking off from a private airstrip. Very, very sad. Thank you so much.